Hello, everyone, and welcome to your favorite English learning podcast. I'm Jimmy, and I'm here today with my wonderful co-host, Sarah.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy you're here with us. Today, we're going to talk about something that every English learner wants to know: how to never forget English words. We all learn new words, but sometimes, after a few days, we forget them again. It can be really frustrating. But don't worry, we have lots of tips to help you remember words forever.
That's right, Sarah. Before we start, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tell us in the comments where you're watching from. We love reading your messages. And if you listen all the way to the end, you'll learn some powerful techniques that really work, even if you're just starting with English.
Okay, let's begin. The first thing we want to say is this: just seeing a word one time is not enough. If you want to remember a word, you need to use it many times. When you see a new word, don't just read it and move on. Try to say it out loud. Try to write it in a sentence. Try to make it part of your life.
Exactly. One method that works very well is the 5 times rule. When you learn a new word, use it 5 times on the same day. You can say a sentence like, "Today is a sunny day." Then say it again a few hours later. "It's a sunny day again." Repeat it in your head while walking or eating. The more you use the word, the stronger the memory becomes in your brain.
I love that method, Jimmy. Repeating words is powerful. But here's something important too. Don't just repeat words without meaning. Connect the word to something real. For example, if you learn the word apple, don't just say apple, apple, apple. Instead, imagine an apple. See it in your mind. Think about how it tastes. Maybe even eat one. This is called visual learning, and it helps your brain remember better.
Yes, connecting words to pictures, emotions, or real situations is so helpful. When I was learning Spanish, I always tried to see a picture in my mind. If I learned the word caliente, which means hot, I imagined holding a hot cup of coffee. That image stayed in my brain. So when I heard caliente again, I remembered the feeling and the word.
And there's another great tip. Use the words in your daily routine. If you learn the word window, you can say, "I'm opening the window," or "the window is clean." Just look around your room and talk to yourself in English. It may feel strange at first, but it's a powerful way to practice.
You can also write simple diary entries in English. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just write what you see or what you feel. For example, today I woke up early. I drank tea. I went to the park. Try to include new words you want to remember. Writing is slow, and that helps you think more deeply about each word.
That's a great point. Writing gives your brain more time to work with the words. And here's another trick: teach the word to someone else. When you explain a word to a friend, a family member, or even just to yourself, your brain has to work harder, and that makes the memory stronger.
It's so true. Teaching is one of the best ways to remember. If you don't have anyone to talk to, you can even record yourself. Just take your phone, press record, and say, "Today I learned the word beautiful." It means something nice to see. For example, the sunset is beautiful. Then listen to yourself again later. It's a fun way to practice.
And what about flashcards, Jimmy? I know many learners use them.
Yes, flashcards are still a great tool, especially digital ones. There are apps that show you the word again and again, but only when your brain is about to forget it. This method is called spaced repetition. It's like feeding the brain just at the right moment when it's hungry for that memory.
Exactly. Spaced repetition works with your memory cycle. When you see the word after one day, then after 3 days, then after 1 week, your brain keeps it longer and longer. But you have to be consistent. Make it part of your study routine. Even just 5 minutes a day with flashcards can help a lot.
That's the key: consistency. Many people learn a word one day and then never see it again. Of course, the brain forgets, but if you come back to it again and again, it stays. Think of learning English words like watering a plant. If you give it water every day, it grows strong.
I love that example. So true. And speaking of plants and nature, here's another helpful idea. Go for a walk and name things in English. Say tree, bird, cloud, car, door. Talk to yourself. It's not crazy, it's smart. You're training your brain to use English in the real world.
Yes, use your environment. Even if you're at home, you can still do this. When you cook, say pan, knife, water, salt. When you clean, say sweep, broom, floor. When you're in the shower, talk in English. The more you use the words, the more natural they feel.
And don't worry if you make mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. The most important thing is to keep using the words. Little by little, your brain will remember. The more you practice, the stronger your memory becomes.
Yes, mistakes mean progress. They show that you're trying. And remember, learning English is a journey. It takes time, but every step you take brings you closer to fluency.
All right, we've shared many tips so far. Repeat the words, connect them to images, use them in real life, teach them to others, use flashcards, write a diary, talk to yourself, and most of all, be consistent. These are simple things, but they really work.
And we're not done yet. In the next part, we'll talk about how music, emotions, and even stories can help you remember words forever. So stay with us. We're just getting started. So, Jimmy, we were talking about using English words in real life and how that helps the brain remember. But now let's talk about something really fun, how music and emotions can help you remember new words. I think this is one of the most powerful techniques, especially for beginners. Absolutely. Music is amazing for language learning. When you listen to English songs, your brain catches the rhythm, the sounds, and the feelings. Even if you don't understand every word, you start to remember parts. For example, maybe you hear a line like, "I miss you," in many songs. It becomes familiar. You feel it. That emotional connection makes the words stronger in your memory. Yes, when you feel something, your brain remembers better. Think about a time when you were really happy or really sad. You probably remember the words people said to you. That's because strong emotions make strong memories. So if a word is part of a song you love or a story that touches your heart, you are much more likely to remember it. And don't be afraid to sing along. Even if your pronunciation is not perfect, singing helps your brain and mouth work together. It's fun and it's great practice. You can search for the lyrics online and sing with the music. Later, you'll be surprised at how many words stay in your mind. That's true, Ginny. Another powerful tool is stories. Stories are like magic for your brain. They give context, they have emotions, and they make the words come alive. If you learn a new word inside a story, your brain remembers it better because it's part of something meaningful. You don't just remember the word, you remember the whole situation. Yes, I always tell students, don't just study lists of words. Instead, learn words in sentences. Learn them in short, simple stories. Even if you make up your own stories, it still works. For example, you can say, "I woke up late." "I missed the bus." "I was sad." Here, you practice 3 or 4 useful words, and you also create a memory around them. And you can make it even better by drawing pictures of your stories or acting them out. The more senses you use, the more powerful the memory. So if you say, "I eat an apple," and you really eat one, or you draw one, or you imagine the taste, you're giving your brain more tools to remember. Let's talk about something else that many learners ask. How many words should I learn every day? That's a good question. And the answer is, it's not about how many. It's about how well. If you learn 5 words a day and never forget them, that's better than learning 50 words and forgetting them all. So take your time. Focus on quality, not quantity. Yes, I think 5 to 10 new words a day is a great goal for beginners. But remember, learning means more than reading. You have to repeat, use, feel, and play with the words. Try to use the new words 3 or 4 times in the same day. That's when real learning happens. And one more thing, Sarah. Don't forget the power of review. It's okay to go back and study words you learned last week or last month. In fact, it's smart. Your brain needs to see the word again and again over time. That's how it moves from short-term memory to long-term memory.
Exactly. It's just like exercising. If you want strong muscles, you have to train them regularly. And if you want strong vocabulary, you have to review it often. You can even make a word box or word journal. Every time you learn a new word, write it down. Then, at the end of the week, go back and review your list.
That's a fantastic idea. And if you want to make it more fun, you can color your words. Use blue for verbs, green for nouns, red for adjectives. You can also draw little icons next to them. Make your word journal personal. Make it something you enjoy looking at. The more fun you make it, the more likely you are to remember.
And remember, no one becomes fluent overnight. Learning words takes time, but with these techniques, using the words, connecting them to emotions and stories, singing, drawing, teaching, reviewing, you will make real progress. Bit by bit, your English will get stronger.
So let's quickly review the tips we gave today. Use the words 5 times in one day. Say the word out loud and in a sentence. Connect the word to an image, feeling, or real object. Use the words in your room, kitchen, or outside. Write diary entries in English. Teach the words to someone else. Use flashcards with spaced repetition. Listen to English songs and sing along. Read or listen to stories with new words. Review your words regularly in a journal.
That's a powerful list. And if you follow even just a few of these steps every day, you'll be amazed at how much vocabulary you'll remember and how natural it will feel to use it.
And most importantly, have fun. Learning English doesn't have to be boring. When you enjoy the process, your brain works better and you stay motivated.
We hope this podcast helped you today. If you liked it, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. Tell us, what is your favorite way to remember English words?
Yes, we'd love to hear your ideas. We learn from you too. And don't forget, we have many more podcasts coming your way, full of tips, stories, and fun ways to learn English. So hit that subscribe button and join our community.
Thanks for being with us. Keep practicing, keep smiling, and never stop learning.
See you next time, friends. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.